Hi, this is Brian Van from Knox Armor, knoxarmor.com. Today we're going to do a video review on the Knox Multi-Sport Armored Shorts. The reality is the lower extremities are often one of the most overlooked when it comes to protection on a motorcycle. You know, for example, most of the leather suits that we have out there today, you know, they're going to have the knee armor, they're going to have knee pucks, stuff like that, and then for the hip they'll put in some little token carpet padding, okay? The reality is the hip is vulnerable, just like a few other spots on the body that basically have, you know, there's no meat over that thing. It's just literally, it's like skin, then hip. You fall down on it, it hurts. I've seen a lot of guys and gals bruise up in the hip area after crashes on the track that were less than dramatic, if you will. Armored Shorts is a product that I've worn personally for about the last, 6 years or so, and I can tell you that I've enjoyed the benefit of having those on more than once. I've personally never been bruised up in the hip area, which is a nice thing for sure. The shorts that we have here that we're focusing on specifically today are, like I said, the multi-sport shorts from Knox. I'm going to kind of give you a little 360 here. You're going to notice that we've got some mesh, you know, kind of all in the inner thigh, the crotch, and the back side. And then we have some wicking polyester material where the quad and hip protectors are. Everything is very, very stretchy and forgiving, okay? Even the AirTech mesh, a lot of spandex-like quality to it. Then we've got a waistband up here. Like all the other garments that Knox produces, not only are the protectors great, but they put a lot of thought into the actual garment itself that's going to hold the protectors against your body. Everything you see here is CE certified, which is a bonus for sure. These shorts offer maximum tailbone protection, toxic protection if you will. I'm going to pull that out and show you. It's come out of the shorts real easy, because the reality is with a pair of shorts you're going to need to wash them quite frequently. This is the signature honeycomb polypropylene, you know, interior with the multi-layer foam armor from Knox. This is what's going to cover the tailbone and or the coccyx. You'll see here too, for the hip and the quad and the side of the leg, this is maximum coverage all the way. Okay, this is about the most coverage I've seen from any short that's out there today. Something that I do like that they've done here too is the hip and the quad armor, it's one piece, and it's, you know, it flexes in the middle quite easily. These are quite a bit more comfortable than you might think they would be. You'll even see that the armor itself, a lot of flexible qualities, and beyond that they kind of mold it in the shape of your leg already, so it starts off very comfortable. The pads for the hip and the quad come out pretty much the same way that the one for the hip did. I'm going to show you here, Josh, if you can zoom in just a little bit, you're going to see that the pocket inside the shorts, it kind of has a lip that goes over the armor to hold it in place so it can't cheat its way out of there. Just kind of fold that over, slide it right out, and we'll give you a look at the size of this protector. And once again, super pliable, super protective. You know, one comment on these shorts that I will give you here, they're a little bulkier than some of the other stuff that's out there, and that's okay. They're comfortable, they're a lot more comfortable than they may appear to be, but they offer what I would believe the absolute benchmark for protection without question. I've had the opportunity to test these in the fall and comparing them to some of the other brands that we offer, and I will say I do feel they're a little more effective. Let's pull the other side out. Once again, let's expose this for you here, show you. It's a flap that comes over on the inside to hold the protectors down in the garments. That way for the tailbone and for the quad and hip armor on both sides of the short. Comes right out. It's a mirror image essentially of the other side that I showed you. Let's focus on just the garment itself for a minute and we'll talk sizing here. Let me just show you the stretchy capabilities of this thing. You know, even the quality of this mesh, I mean, you can just really feel it. You know, Knox focuses on using some of the most high-tech fabrics that are available today. They're actually constantly changing in their garments. Sizing on these shorts. My waist is going to be, you know, when things are going really well, about a 32-ish. We'll go just a little over 34 at times. I wear a medium in the shorts. I believe on the sizing chart, medium refers to about a 32-inch waist. So even when I'm at my heaviest, if you will, a little over 200 pounds, probably eating some of the stuff that I shouldn't be, going out for ice cream with the kids and the wife a little bit too much. The medium still fits well. The spandex qualities in there allow it to stretch and move, and they feel fine. I personally kind of like my armor garments a little of the snug side, so for me the medium is the right choice. Nevertheless, the sizing chart on the site is good. Go ahead and use that for reference. If you want yours to fit a little bit snugger and you're kind of in between the sizes, don't be afraid to go down to the smaller one of the two. They're going to stretch, they're going to feel fine. If it's a little tighter too, it's going to help keep the protectors in place for you, especially if you're riding on the racetrack and your sessions are 20 minutes in length, or you're doing sprint races, or whatever the case may be. Remember too, you're not going to have the garment on really for that long. If you're doing more touring riding, long range riding, long range, off-road, whatever it may be, and you want to use something like this, I would probably go exactly to the size that it's calling for your size waist. Just to add a little bit of comfort for you in the long term. That's all. So here we have it. This is the Knox multi-sport short. Fantastic. We feel these are the benchmark for protection in terms of armored shorts that are out there. One last time. Here is our tailbone and coccyx texture right there. And here we have the hip and quad armor. You can kind of see the contour that's molded into it. Very flexible. Highly recommended product from Knox Armor.